Hello. Did the materialized views finish last night? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Would help if it had my correct
Yeah.
microphone. Does it work now?
Yeah, so did the materialized views finish up last night?
I was saying I haven't checked, but I'll do that right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, let me see. I didn't see what.
R8 not
What about our 8 not?
the CPU usage is idle, so it's been done for a while. Let's see.
Okay, let me start to
It looked like
rerun.
it finished around 2 or 3 in the morning today.
Okay, so it's 12 hours. That's a good marker to know. I think that it'll go down pretty significantly this next go around. So I'll make the use the new materialized views today.
The new
Like
ones haven't been generated yet.
yes, that's what I was saying that now
Oh,
that
generate
that's
them.
idle,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait because I'm gonna do my board eligibility analysis first.
Sweet.
Hi, Ruth. The recording is already on, just as an FYI.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Zoom warns people as soon as they join if
Yeah,
like there's
I just
already a
wanted to
recording
make
on.
sure.
Yeah, I think we set it that way actually, like we
Yeah,
because then sometimes we'd forget to like actually hit the
I
record.
I manually started the recording, but I got here like
Oh,
5 minutes
for this
early.
one. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't automatic. I can maybe
Oh,
look into that setting if that was intended to be automatic. But yeah, there's also I pinned the link to the notes so if people want to add themselves as attendees. I think I would
all
think
right.
there's probably gonna be more people who are interested in coming, so we'll maybe give it a few minutes, maybe give it till five
yeah.
after.
I can see it both directions of people more interested in coming, um, and yeah, I could see people either being more interested or not wanting to come anywhere near this right now with the tenfold foil. And I can understand both perspectives. Okay, we can see pretty quick if the materialized views regenerated correctly. Hello,
Hello.
how's it going?
Good. Had to connect through my phone. I don't know why it's not going through my computer. So
Yeah, no worries. You can see what the. I was just saying that I could see it either being a more people come to this, or I could see it being a no one wants to come to this week
yeah.
type of
Yeah.
situation. So we'll just see. Um, if not, we can kind of do our general updates and end it early. 'Cause I'm sure there's more exciting announcements coming up in this group. That is the one thing that, especially if this is going to be the crowd, I think that is good to talk about is, um, and I'm personally okay with talking about this with the recruiting, is that there's been a lot of drama around this group and an actor to bring a lot of negative energy towards this and the negative attention. And there's a lot of really great work going on. And when we come to announce like multiple projects that fall under this, I want to think about how we can bring the positive attention to that work, um, while also being incredibly respectful to people's data access. And like kind of the options that we have and routes of publicizing, whether it be like an Augur fork or eight not moving over to chaos or another project that's talking about coming over to chaos, or a like when we're trying to let people know that that exists, how should we go about doing that? And maybe trying to crowdsource more, like, hey, please post this on your like LinkedIn, social, stuff like that, making it a very community opt-in information situation because I think that helps rebuild trust.
Yeah, I think that's one of the powerful things about chaos is like it's I mean it's part of the Linux Foundation, right? Like it's that vendor neutral sort of space where multiple orgs and multiple people can come together and work on the same shared thing. Uh, so yeah, definitely excited for kind of the future of what ends up kind of coming next. If anyone hasn't, I think everyone in this room has already seen, but there was a Chaos Board blog post update. I put the link to that in the meeting notes in case anyone wants sort of the latest of that. Just updates from the board on that. But yeah, I think otherwise we can kind of just talk about kind of what we're doing more concretely with this working group and things like that. I didn't have any specific updates on like the Augur code just yet. I'm working behind the scenes on trying to find a solution that works for everyone in terms of making sure that people have somewhere they feel like they can contribute uh, and feel like they're welcome to the community. So I'm kind of working a little bit behind the scenes on that, but I'll put out whatever messages are appropriate when that's ready to be announced. Um, so just know that that's being worked on behind the scenes. I think the bulk of the updates I think are largely going to be on 8 knot. So like Kaio, did you want to do any kind of 8 knot updates?
Yeah, so in terms of like 8 knot updates, we are like putting a lot of efforts this sprint into going through like focusing a lot in the issues that we had since like from a long time, so a few years back, and we want to clean it up, everything, have like all the information as possible and all the issues as they are still relevant. And then, by with this effort, we want to create a lot of good first issues as well for new contributors, like to contribute more to 8 knot and everything. So by the end of this sprint, I'd say like the plan is to have gone all like through all of these issues and make sure that like 8 knot is in a good stand in terms of like this and new features as well. Like as we go through this sprints, hopefully we will have like a new features like the search bar will be finally upgraded in terms of like the design and like the UI UX like we've been working on for like the previous sprint, and new visualizations are also being worked on, so soon to be released, I'd say in the next sprint. So that's kind of like the updates on the 8 knot side.
Yeah, I'll add on to that that the visualization issues for the data science working group now kind of the entire pipeline is a strong word for building new visualizations, and 8 knot is there of we have the visualization concept, the overall issues in 8 knot. The first step of that is building a notebook in the data science working group, and so there's co-linked issues and tells you exactly what is each step you need to do a definition of done. And the hope is that in the near future there will be a like a database that we connect to there, like a with the data collection tool. I'm gonna start saying instead of Augur, I'll be calling it a data collection tool for the time being, until a fork project name comes out. But we'll have a public accessible, whether that be in a Docker image or what exactly that format is, we don't know, but um, how where people can connect to a bare bones data collection database and can start to develop on a visualization in a notebook and work on data analysis or working directly on 8 knot. This has been something we've been building to for a while, and I'm very excited to hopefully get some new contributors in here.
Yeah, and that sort of bare bones database, I think that was something that got brought up at last week's data science working group meeting. I know I that's kind of one of the things I have been trying to work on for the last little bit, but I've been a little bit distracted. But I did a while ago create a Docker image that basically just ships a completely empty Augur database that it's like structurally correct and it'll let 8 not run, but it's just got no data in it. So I believe that is I put the link to that, like the way you can Docker pull that from. Um, I think that's in the data science working group notes from last week. Um, that I think if people are looking to get started, like just sort of running 8 not locally, that I think that's maybe a good option if you don't want to run your own like Augur instance. Um, but there'll definitely be some improvements coming to that, hopefully soon, just to kind of provide people with more easy options for how do you get some of this data and start making notebooks, start help contributing to 8 not, start kind of being able to build stuff without having to do too much infrastructure and stuff on your own machine. Yeah, I think that's all that all that is there in the document so far as far as explicit agenda items. Does anyone have any like things to add or questions or anything?
This is gonna be kind of out of, I guess, like left field, but I do think it's worth like discussing whether it's now or later of like what we see as like what is the next like feature or enhancement that we want to focus on for 8 knot. Those are like kind of discussion like what is like the thing that maybe the community values the most of like what are some like what functionality does 8 not have right now or types of visualizations that 8 doesn't have right now that users contributors want to have and want to work on. Um, that's something that has been top of mind for me.
Yeah, one of the things that I was also hoping to have it like a quick implementation of this for this print as well is something that we discussed before, even like me, Adrian, and Josh, which is like shareable URLs. So
Oh,
like if yeah, if someone is looking into like a specific graph, then have the kind of like the ID on the URL so that you can copy that URL and send to someone, then you're gonna like that person opening that link will go straight into that stuff there. So that's one thing that I think would be a great feature and a quick solution to be added into 8 Not as well for now.
yeah, that's it's great. I'll be really curious to see that because that's I do think we're kind of getting like a lot of the stuff with 8 Not. I think that we're getting to the edge of like kind of fixing a lot of stuff. I know that what exactly the solution is from like a caching standpoint because it's something that's kind of come up is that right now you have to manually reset the cache and what is the like proper solution like to not needing to reset the cache I would say is kind of the last historical like tech debt type or like kind of like improvements of the current structure. And I think that we haven't talked about feature like really talked about new functionality in a really long time. So I like hearing about that, Kaio, and just wanted to bring it up so then people can start thinking about that and we can start having more open discussions about where we want this project to go.
Yeah, I definitely think like the performance and the caching side, like that's going to help us eliminate a lot of just kind of like I think 'cause I think we had that cache in there because like the Augur database and the 8 not were hosted in like very even different data centers or different regions of the US. And so there was a lot of latency between if 8 not had to go all the way to Augur to get data, and it was better to have its own little cache closer to 8 not. And so I think since the infrastructure's kind of moved and changed since then, maybe that's worth looking at. Like, can we eliminate some of those layers? Can we make some of our materialized views just more efficient? Like those kinds of things, so that then we can just kind of work towards being that like I said, people being able to share a URL with someone and then it just loads really quickly and just like is nice to work with and sort of just works as much as we can get it to work. Yeah. Does anyone else have ideas for things they want to see in 8 Not or kind of visualizations or statistics they want to see for analyzing repositories? All right. Well, it sounds like if no one's got things to add, I think we could probably go ahead and wrap early. I think this is a good kind of chance to kind of just talk about 8 knot, and I think definitely bringing the 8 knot updates into these meetings is definitely like a nice kind of way to help bring more contributors to that and improve keep at least that side of the house moving forward. Um, so yeah, thank you guys for coming. Notes as always are in the chat. And I'll try and work with Elizabeth or whoever to kind of start getting these recordings actually posted to YouTube so other people can see them and yeah. Yeah. See you guys.
All right, great. Thank you so much. See you on later.
All right.
See you.
Bye.